In 1988, Jackie Hernandez, a young single mother, moved into a weathered bungalow in San Pedro, California. She hoped for a fresh start and a safe home for her 2 children. The house represented a chance to rebuild their lives. From the outside, it looked like an ordinary suburban home. But behind its facade, something ancient lurked. Jackie unpacked, envisioning her children playing in the yard. Unbeknownst to her, the house was not the sanctuary she believed it to be. A dark energy was about to awaken. As weeks passed, Jackie tried to ignore the strange noises, attributing them to an old house settlement. She ignored the warning signs, wanting a normal life. But the house on 14th Street had sinister plans. A malevolent presence lurked, watching Jackie. Her hope inadvertently stirred a dark force within the house. She had moved her family into a place marked by tragedy. The house held a story of pain, about to become her worst nightmare. It started subtly. At first, it was easy to dismiss as an overactive imagination. Jackie heard footsteps in empty rooms, faint and fleeting. They echoed through the hallway, a rhythmic cadence. She'd freeze, heart pounding, but no one was ever there. The silence that followed felt heavy. She tried to rationalize it. Old houses make noises, right? But a cold seed of fear began to grow. Then came the knocking, a distinct sound, always 3 sharp knocks. It emanated from inside the walls or ceiling. Paranormal investigators know this is a dark omen. Jackie would be putting her kids to bed. It was always then, during these quiet moments, when the knocks echoed from the attic. It felt personal, demanding her attention. Soon, she saw strange lights, glowing orbs drifting through rooms. They were vanishing as quickly as they appeared. They moved with intelligence, not randomly, but with purpose. As if watching her, the house was actively communicating. It was showing her she was not alone. The air grew heavy. Jackie felt constantly watched, a prickly sensation on her neck. Her children became restless. They were plagued by nightmares. The whispers grew into a constant, unnerving presence. The house was no longer a home. It was a place of dread. Jackie knew with chilling certainty this was no ordinary haunting. Something powerful and malevolent was sharing her space. The strange occurrences escalated. What started as whispers and shadows manifested into something sinister. The atmosphere shifted to dangerous, blurring the line between the natural and supernatural. Objects flew across rooms. Glasses shattered, toys hurled, creating a chaotic scene. Even heavy objects slid off furniture with no apparent cause. This was targeted aggression, a deliberate attempt to intimidate and harm. The message was clear. You are not welcome here. Jackie felt unseen hands push her. One night, she was violently thrown against the wall, left bruised and terrified. Her son woke with unexplained scratches. These were thin red lines, a clear sign of a deliberate attack. The spirit was now physically assaulting them. Apparitions appeared, shadows hinting at something sinister. Then, a dark man standing in doorways, radiating hatred. Jackie saw a gruesome vision of an old man hanging in the attic. The house became a gallery of horrors. Foul odors filled the air. Batteries drained, electronic devices failing. Rooms turned icy cold. Jackie was losing a battle for her home and sanity. She lived in constant fear. She was a protector, willing to do anything to keep her child safe. She was fighting a supernatural enemy. The haunting was now a war. Desperate, Jackie reached out to Barry Taff and Jeff Wheatcraft, paranormal investigators from UCLA. They arrived, immediately sensing the oppressive atmosphere. Cameras, audio recorders, and EMF meters were set up to capture evidence. Jackie's fear was palpable. The toll on her family was clear. The house quickly revealed its secrets. Disembodied voices, 3 knocks, glowing orbs, geese, 3 knocks, glowing orbs, and a rope-like mist in the attic. The activity centered around Jackie, a common trait in poltergeist cases. Taff and Wheatcraft ruled out natural explanations. The evidence pointed to one chilling conclusion. Jackie and her children were being terrorized by a powerful, intelligent entity. The investigation was no longer just about documentation. It was about helping a family escape a nightmare. The stakes had never been higher. The stakes had never been higher. With mounting evidence, the investigators took a direct approach. A seance. They gathered in the living room, using a Ouija board to reach the entity. The planchette moved, spelling out a name. Herman. The spirit claimed to be a murdered sailor, drowned at sea, his body buried on the property. Herman's story was filled with anger and a thirst for revenge. He was possessive, especially toward Jackie, and violently jealous of any man near her. The investigators realized they weren't dealing with a lost soul, but an angry, territorial spirit. The energy in the room grew darker as the seance continued. Herman's messages became threatening. He wanted everyone gone. The Ouija session had opened a channel, but instead of resolution, it provoked the entity. The spirit was now fully aware of their interference. The haunting was about to reach a breaking point. The seance exploded into chaos. The spirit, Herman, unleashed his fury. The photographer screamed he was being choked, red scratches appearing on his neck. Objects flew, books and ashtrays hurled by unseen hands. A heavy speaker was thrown, barely missing a team member. The air turned frigid. A foul stench filled the room. The team was under siege, forced to retreat. Barry Taft felt immense pressure on his chest, struggling to breathe. The entity's hatred was focused and terrifying. The investigators escaped, shaken but with undeniable evidence, photos, recordings, and physical injuries. The San Pedro house was home to a dangerous poltergeist. Jackie was trapped in a life-threatening situation. The spirit's fury had proven this was one of the most intense cases ever documented. The haunting was now a matter of survival. After the attack, Jackie knew she had to leave. She fled with her children, seeking refuge with friends and family. But the haunting followed. Lights flickered, objects moved. The feeling of being watched returned. Jackie realized she couldn't escape by leaving the house. She sought help from priests and spiritual healers. Some rituals brought brief relief, but the activity always returned. The entity's obsession grew, escalating whenever Jackie tried to move on or form new relationships. She was being held hostage by a ghost. The emotional torment was isolating, worse than the physical attacks. Jackie made a drastic choice. She moved far away, changed her identity, and cut ties with her past. It was the only way to find peace and protect her children. Her story is a testament to a mother's love and resilience. She fought back and finally found sanctuary. The haunting left scars, but Jackie survived. Sometimes survival means leaving everything behind. The San Pedro Poltergeist case has fascinated experts for decades. Poltergeist activity is often linked to a living person, an agent under stress. Many believe Jackie, a young mother under immense pressure, unconsciously generated the energy fueling the haunting. Some say the entity, Herman, was a construct of her mind, a way to give chaos a face. Others, like Barry Taft, argue an external spirit was involved, pointing to intelligent communication and historical details. A third theory combines both. Jackie's energy activated a dormant spirit, creating a perfect storm. The truth may be a complex mix of psychological and paranormal factors. The case remains a puzzle, part science, part mystery. What happened in San Pedro challenges our understanding of the unknown. The haunting defies easy explanation. Jackie Hernandez's story is one of the most well-documented poltergeist cases in American history. The evidence, photos, recordings, physical injuries, sets it apart. This wasn't just a ghost story. It was a traumatic ordeal that shattered a family. Jackie lost her home, her security, and her privacy. The case highlights the psychological toll of living through such terror. It also influenced paranormal investigation, blending science with psychic techniques. The risks and ethical questions raised by the case still resonate. Decades later, the house is quiet, but the story lingers. For believers, it's proof of a violent spirit world. For skeptics, it's a psychological puzzle. For everyone, the San Pedro Poltergeist is a chilling reminder of the unknown. Some stories never let go. They haunt us forever.